and good morning and welcome back to the morning show. Happy Tuesday to you. And I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Courtney Fae Long.
Indeed, we still have Courtney with us. Melissa will be back in a couple more days to be back on track. But Courtney, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you.
What a delight.
Thank you for having me.
And you came back, so we didn't scare you off.
Yes, I wasn't too scared. Just a little.
All right, and so we are here at the fabulous Arizona Center. And all right, so our word of the day is, well, that's Monday, so let's rip that off. Oh, look at that. All right, succinct is the word of the day. Marked by compact, precise expression without wasted words. Their sentence is, when asked why her sales report would not be completed on time, Marianne gave her boss a succinct and satisfactory explanation.
I am not succinct. I don't know much about this word. I'm very long-winded.
Exactly. You know, if it's something I can go on ad nauseum, I have no doubt. So you get that blank glare and I'm like, okay, I should change the subject because, yeah. So.
And it's one of those words, if you say it 5 times really fast, I don't know if you can. Succinct.
Succanting. All right. Well, we will be right back after this quick break with a great guest. So stick around and we'll see you right back here. Hello and good morning and welcome back to the morning show on this Tuesday. We still have no tacos.
It's Tuesday taco.
Exactly. And you know, and for some reason, nobody brings us tacos.
Oh my gosh.
So
what about stopping at Rudy's and getting those breakfast tacos?
Or a Choco Taco, which is...
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Which is basically graham cracker with ice cream and dipped in chocolate.
Oh my gosh, that would make such a good breakfast. My sister, the day after Thanksgiving, my sister eats pumpkin pie for breakfast.
Well,
isn't that such a good idea?
Yeah, well, because you've got a lot of it left, so it's going to be around for a while.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Indeed. Well, good morning and welcome back. I'm Marshall Shore.
I'm Courtney Fae Long.
And we are here at the fabulous Arizona Center. And we're so happy that you are joining us today. And we have a very special guest from Arizona Theater Matters.
Yes.
So tell us a little about yourself and the organization.
Okay. My name is Debra Lyman. I'm a board member with Arizona Theater Matters. I'm an actress in the Valley, and I got involved with Arizona Theater Matters. There's not a lot of opportunity in Arizona for older actors, older women actors, and back in 2017, Jean Marie Simpson, who's the founding artistic director of Arizona Theater Matters, started the company and was looking to give opportunity to those actors that don't get a lot of opportunity in Arizona. And she asked me, and I was as an older actor, one of her scripts, Pineapple and Other Options, I was able to work on that. And then I got involved with her company doing other things to help promote, and it has grown dramatically in those years since 2017, offering many opportunities to many actors who may not find enough opportunity here in the Valley or elsewhere.
Right. So what type of things does Arizona Theater Matters do? Okay,
so Arizona Theater Matters' mission is providing storytelling, theater, to those who may not be able to go to the theater because of impairment, whether it be hearing impaired, blind, physically impaired, older, in care homes where you may not get the chance to go to theater. The primary focus is offering theater through its YouTube channel to those folks that may not be able to see or hear or go physically.
Right.
Additionally, Arizona Theater Matters offers opportunities to physically handicapped, challenged people, hearing impaired, blind, older actors, BIPOC, LGBTQ, all those populations that don't necessarily have a lot of opportunity in the Valley at times. It's grown quite a bit, the Valley has, as far as the art scene and providing that type of theater. But Arizona Theater Matters offers that opportunity for those who can't physically go or want to just see theater. And I love theater, and if I wasn't able to go and actually see theater, it would be very, very disappointing and a loss.
Oh, very much so. I mean, it was like during COVID, I loved that there were so many theaters that went virtual.
Yes.
And that was great. And so that also really highlighted the need that it basically, anybody could go.
Yes.
And so that was the thing, regardless of where you were, as long as you had an internet connection, you could watch this show.
Yes.
Which was really cool.
Yes.
And then it's like, I remember like there being some talkbacks, and people were very thankful because they're like, I'm in a wheelchair, I'm in a walk-up, so I can't leave my apartment. Mm-hmm. And so this allowed me a little bit of an escape.
Mm-hmm. And that's where Arizona Theater Matters took off as far as during COVID.
Right.
Because they did do live theater and also filmed live theater.
Right.
So it took off as far as offering it through YouTube. We have over 110,000 subscribers now.
Wow, that's great.
Incredible.
Over 1 million views.
Wow. And I'm sure that's global as well. So it's not even just Arizona, but now that we take that geographic barrier out of it, it's now global.
194 countries are accessible, and in over 300 languages, along with closed caption.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and then 2 of our resident companies that provide us with actors who are blind voice vision. Radiant Vision is the name of it. That's the one resident company we use. Okay. And then also American Sign Language, also called Artistic Sign Language, which takes the person who does sign language into a more artistic ability to perform. Because you don't see it a lot in the theaters. Phoenix Theater, I think, does a couple, and other theaters
a lot of times if there is a show, it'll be like one night, and they have an interpreter there for that.
Right.
But if you can't go that night, then you don't really get to experience it.
Right.
And that is such it also adds its own poetic nature to the show because the signing is so beautiful.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've attended some poetry readings that were for the deaf, and so that was just really amazing to see visually this poem. Mm-hmm. So
that's so cool, and I just love how creative this is. It's like you've brought theater to people.
Yeah, I mean, here we go. Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yeah. See.
Wow.
It's really beautiful to watch too.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible.
Even for hearing. And it also gives opportunity for a lot of American Sign Language interpreters are hearing people, but Arizona Theater Matters tries to employ the deaf American Sign Language artistic. So they have that opportunity because there's actors out there who want to perform, but because of disability, a lot of times aren't selected or can't.
Right. Well, you mentioned that the one troupe you work with has blind actors.
Yes.
And so
blind voice actors. Yes. So they get that opportunity.
Right.
Well, and from my understanding, your mission statement is nothing about us without us.
Yeah.
And so how do you involve the actors and really everyone that's involved? How do you involve them in every stage of the production?
As far as I know, now I'm not in that part really, so I'm not totally conversant on that. Jean Marie would know. She knows it's her company, her baby. But I believe the main opportunity for blind actors and hearing impaired actors is through the acting and being on screen, like you've seen on the I think a lot of the ability to do the tech part or the filming is left to others.
So how do people reach out to you? How do they find out about Arizona Theater Matters?
We're on YouTube, arizonatheatermatters.org. Our website is arizonatheatermatters.org.
Okay.
Saying that like fast 5 times.
Well, I think what they say, it's like you got to hear it 8 times before it sinks in. So, we'll get there.
Email us. You can email Jean Marie herself at the office at arizonatheatermatters.org.
Cool. Okay. So so I'm assuming it's like, so you have these actors are putting on a show that then gets filmed. I'm sure none of that is free.
No, it is free. Thank you for bringing that up.
Wow.
It's all free. And that's one of the major desires, or what she wanted to do was provide it free to everyone.
Very cool.
Everyone. So it's universally accessible theater for everyone. And the demand, because you have over 110,000 subscribers, it's there.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. With that number, you can tell it's obviously there, and in so many different countries too.
Yes.
I know 194 countries. That's amazing.
Yes, and over 300 languages.
Oh.
Wow.
And the variety that's available on the YouTube channel is just beautiful. There's some Shakespeare, there's some reading to children, there's scripts that Jean Marie has written.
Wow.
So much variety.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
And I was thinking too that people, let's say with disabilities or hearing impairments and just the whole variety, if they miss out on theater, let's just say before Arizona Theater Matters was created. So these people are missing out on theater. It's like, well, they're missing out on so much. And I'm just really thinking, like, what are the benefits of theater and the storytelling and being immersed in this?
It's so important, I think. It's such a vital part of, do you go to theater?
Oh, I did, yeah.
And it's just a wonderful thing where you can hear other people's stories. You can watch on stage actors performing, and you're not able to do that when you go.
And what I love is people can see themselves. So,
Right,
it's like
right.
for
You know
those
how
deaf
you identify with theater.
Right,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
And so, and each performance is going to wind up being different. And so, just having that ability to hear the production,
Yes.
is pretty cool.
And seeing it.
And seeing it, and so that way you get the sign language. So it's like, depending on what modalities you need, having those options available.
Right.
Which is really incredible.
Which is what theater does for us. It's that outlet.
Right.
It's a different outlet than cinema or film or TV. It is a different outlet, but those people that love theater, it's their outlet to see it or hear it.
Right.
Absolutely, and really experience it and be immersed in it, because theater moves us. It helps us to feel something.
Yes.
It can be so inspirational, or just like Marshall said, we can see ourselves in the actors, and I feel like it can be so validating of something that we're going through, or see something in a new lens. There's so many benefits to it.
Exactly.
And the expression that the hearing impaired do with their interpretation, if you watch it, and I'm not sure people will take the time if they're here and they see. Sometimes you have too many other things to do. Do you know? If everyone would just take a moment and watch it, it's quite beautiful to watch. It's like dancing and theater and movement all mixed together, I think.
Absolutely.
Do you know?
And even watching the video, I was stunned, because as soon as I started watching it, I thought, where's the sound? Just my mind was like, oh, I don't have my volume turned up. And then I thought, Courtney, no, that's the point. They're signing. And I just thought, this is what it's like for a hearing impaired person. And it was so, I guess the word is humbling. It was a wow, like eye-opening moment of just, wow. Just, there's so many things that me as a hearing person, I take for granted.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Well, you're right. And I think that's also part of it as well, is just kind of the understanding of seeing what other people go through. And so being able to see the sign language interpreter, or seeing a blind actor as they're moving around, because they've memorized the set and they know where everything is.
Right.
That you might not even notice at first that they're even blind.
Right.
And so it's just kind of that whole new experience. So.
And what that hearing impaired person or the blind person has to go through to actually perform is amazing. It's not, do you know?
Yeah.
Like there's one actress, I believe, interpreted 64 different characters. And so she had to memorize that.
Oh my God.
And so it's just phenomenal.
Right.
Yeah.
And
It really is. And what I'm touched by too is this is happening right here in Arizona, and then it's going
Yeah.
out globally.
yes,
That is just
anyone
incredible.
can go watch it. Anyone,
And,
anywhere.
and I think that shows that such that Arizona spirit of we want to help people, and it's not just here, but it changes the world and makes it a better place.
Right.
Right from here in Arizona.
Right.
So.
Right.
So okay. So one more time, share how can they reach out and find more information out about the theater?
They can reach Jean Marie Simpson, the founding artistic director, through in office at arizonatheatermatters.org, or go on to the website arizonatheatermatters.org. Go to YouTube and just watch one of the productions, and you'll be. I think you'll enjoy it very, very much. And that's Arizona Theater Matters.
Cool. Thank you so much for coming on and
Thank you.
sharing.
Thank you
what
for
a
letting
what a
us.
valuable resource.
Thank you. We think so.
Yeah, no, I'm so happy that we're able to share this information with so many folks out there.
Me too.
Because we all know folks who have different needs, and so that's great to be able to have that in kind of my back pocket and be like, well, here's an option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for all that
Thank
you
you.
do.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank
It's so
you.
important.
All right, well, we'll be right back after this break with kind of our usual stick of things to do and more and more and more. So we'll see you right back after this break. And good morning. Welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
I'm Courtney Fae Long.
And we are here at the
fabulous
fabulous Arizona
Arizona
Center.
Center.
And we've got so much more fun. Oh my gosh, but that was great about learning about Arizona Theater Matters.
It really was.
Oh my gosh, what an amazing resource coming from right here locally. And you can help support them. But we are going to jump to some history. And I'm excited for today. All right, so today we're going to talk about, Arizona has kind of historically 5 C's, which were kind of the foundation of Arizona's economy. So it was cotton, copper, cattle, citrus, and climate. So,
Climate?
So because of our people were coming here to get away from the winters. They were coming here
right.
for their health. So, or
Yep.
just to enjoy not a blizzard.
Yes, okay.
And so,
That
yeah,
makes
so
sense.
it's like, but back in 1906, the territorial governor, Joseph Kibbe, predicted that within 5 years, cattle ranching industry would be given away to the entirely new ranching of ostriches.
Ostriches.
Ostriches. Said ostriches were going to take over cattle. I don't think that happened because it's not the 4 C's and a no. So I don't think ostriches got that way. Now I think there was just an ostrich festival recently, but ostriches at one point were all over the valley. Dr. Chandler had them out in Chandler. There were ostrich farms all over the place because they needed the feathers for hats.
Oh my gosh.
And so there were that
So they're
many.
just wild wild ostriches.
There were ostrich ranches.
Oh, okay,
So just like
yes.
cattle, instead of cattle, they were just having ostriches.
Oh, wow.
So yeah. And so I just always think that people don't realize that it's like when you head down and see the Rooster Cogburn ostrich ranch, that there were lots of
all
those.
over.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so fascinating. It's such a fascinating bird. I just love, I think they're very cute, but I've heard that they can be mean. Have you heard that?
Well, Anne really likes them. She thinks they're soft and cuddly. No, every time we say the word soft, she's like, I have a story about them. So, yeah. So, but we're not going to force her to tell that on camera because. So, yeah, but I just think it's just so funny that ostriches were once going to overtake cattle.
Oh my
Arizona,
gosh.
and that did not happen.
Well, you never know. I mean, there's still time.
There's still, exactly, you know? I mean, we're looking for some new C's, although I don't know.
Ostrich. There's a C at the end of the word.
And, you know, and actually, if you go, if you're out in Chandler at the San Marcos Hotel, they have, and there's a little speakeasy in the basement of Crust Pizza Shop called the Ostrich.
Oh, cool.
And so they actually have the little ostrich statue with his head stuck through a wall.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's very cool. I've never been there.
So it's a cool space.
It's amazing how many cool places there are in Arizona. That I've been here for 20 years, and there's so many places. I got to hang out with you more because I will.
Well, I mean, there's so many places to go. I mean, there's some places on my bucket list of where I want to go that I'm like, okay, at some point I'll get there. And so just trying to plan, okay, if I go here, what are the little offshoots I can do?
It's so true, yeah.
So many places to go.
So many places. Yeah, there was a time a couple of years ago I thought about moving. I didn't know where. You know, would I go to, I don't know, Atlanta, Florida? I just wanted to change because I'd been here for so long. And then when I came back after traveling, I was like, no, I just want to be here in Arizona. And I've made a commitment to explore new places that I haven't been. New day trips, new...
Oh, I mean, there's so many places for day trips. I mean, you've got, Superior is a fun little place. I mean, even all kinds of festivals.
It's so true. My partner and I just went out to the Boyce Thompson Arboretum.
Oh, which is so cool.
It's so cool. And the flowers are flowering, the springtime flowers. I mean, there's cacti that I didn't know could grow flowers.
And the drive to get out there is so nice.
It's so nice, yeah.
So, again, there's so many great things to do in Arizona.
Yeah, we're very lucky.
We are indeed. All right, and then let's jump to some things we can celebrate. Now, Courtney, you know, I thought about you for this day because, indeed, In Bed for Peace.
In Bed for Peace.
Yes, so back in 1969, John Lennon and Yoko Ono basically had a bed-in for peace, where they sat in bed and invited the media to come and as they would talk about peace.
That is so cool.
I just thought it was such a great way to get energy and marketing of the whole idea of peace.
I love it. I've seen that photo before, but I didn't, and I knew it was for peace, but I didn't know some of the backstory.
And so I just thought it was so cool that it's like, and so now it's like, bed for peace, in bed for peace.
In bed for peace. So. I wonder what other ways we can honor peace, or
you know, really I think a lot of it, is just kind of that relaxing and just kind of thinking, it's like, what would peace look like if we had peace on the globe?
Yes.
Everywhere.
It's so true.
How would that day look?
Absolutely, and what would it feel like? I mean, of course it would feel peaceful, but I think of what does that feel like in my body?
Right.
And then how can I get into that feeling each day? I mean, we would probably have a lot more world peace if each of us focused on feeling more peaceful rather than stressed out all the time like most of us are.
Exactly.
Right? We'd be a lot kinder to each other if we feel peaceful in our bodies.
Right. And then something else you could also do in bed is Waffle Day.
Waffle Day, you're kidding.
Yeah, it is indeed Waffle Day. So, you know, tradition, basically they started in Sweden and basically ran rampant. The whole idea of basically why today is Waffle Day is in Sweden, the words for Our Lady, Varfördugen, and Waffle Day, Waffeldagen, sounds so similar that they said, hey, let's just celebrate Waffle Day.
Are you serious?
So that is exactly why you have Waffle Day, is because those words sound similar.
It's not because waffles are so delicious.
No, well, it is because of that, but it's like every day could be Waffle Day then.
That's true.
Well, I don't think, my pants would not enjoy every day being Waffle Day, but. And then also today is Amazing You Day, a chance to celebrate self-promotion, care, unconditional love, to encourage people to love others, as well as love themselves, and to take care of themselves and others. So what a great thing to do.
That is so cool.
On Amazing Day. As well as today is National Medal of Honor Day. So there are basically almost 3,500 Medal of Honor awardees, and they basically, because they've gone over and above what the normal servicemen would have done. And women. And so it really is, it's given by the president, and so every president gives them out, and so it's a great way to just acknowledge how people are doing.
Yeah, and their acts of going above and beyond.
Exactly.
I love that, because I would imagine when they're honored with the medal, or I should say awarded, that is really special, but then that kind of gets forgotten. So it's a way to kind of keep remembering all of those beautiful acts of service.
Exactly. Yeah. So, all right. So, other than getting some medals, what are some other things we could do?
If you are a Hunger Games fan, wait till you hear this. The Hunger Games Trivia Night at Whiskey Wednesday Bar and Grill in Mesa. It is tonight at 6:30 p.m. Do you volunteer as a tribute for our trivia night, they say? If so, please join us at Whiskey Wednesday to test your knowledge of everything Hunger Games. The top 3 teams win prizes. And
wow.
There's no cover. That sounds like a fun thing to do on a Tuesday evening.
But no cover, but that means they would like you to buy some food, buy some drinks. So it's not free, but it's free to get in.
That's it. And we can go back to our amazing theme. It's about honoring yourselves, maybe treating yourself, some people you care about. Let's go have a good time.
Exactly.
Yep. Okay, next is Tuesday morning music and tea at ASU Kerr in Scottsdale. That's happening today at 10:30 a.m. There's a recital by outstanding students from the piano studio of Dr. Baruch Mayer at ASU, which showcases their talent and dedication. It's co-presented with ASU School of Music. ASU School of Music Tea. I love this. The tea events are part of a series of free informal presentations featuring musicians from the ASU School of Music. Again, free admission.
Wow. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It really does. Tea and music. I love that combination.
Yeah, and just kind of sitting around being so civilized, pinky up.
Yes.
As you're drinking your tea.
I love this. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm a tea drinker. I could totally go for that. All right, next, if you're a college basketball fan, college basketball trivia night at Wild Horse Pass Casino in Chandler, tonight at 6 p.m. So if you're game for this, you'll test your knowledge, win prizes, and prove you're the ultimate hoop expert.
I would be horrible at this.
Oh, me too. Wear your best team gear. That's, again, no cover. It's tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. in Chandler at Wild Horse Pass.
Fun.
Yeah, that does sound fun. Okay, I'm really excited about this next one. Fire, Air, Earth, Water exhibit at the Herberger Theater.
Oh.
Yeah, right here in downtown Phoenix. It's at 12
I was thinking Earth, Wind, and Fire, but not Earth, Wind, and Fire, but it's...
That's what I thought when I first read it. Yes, it's just an exhibit that's honoring the Greek concept of the 4 basic elements of fire, air, earth, and water. And it features 17 Arizona artists.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and so that's happening. It's open until March 30th. From 12 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Herberger Theater. I think that's very fitting since we just had our guest about Arizona Theater Matters.
Indeed.
Yes.
So you can go to the Herberger, see some theater and some art.
It's so true. And just even thinking about those elements, they're such a part of our daily life, right? Of course, water. We drink water every day. We maybe shower every day.
But again, those elements are just so important here. I mean, it's like water is basically life in the desert.
It really is, absolutely. And fire, I mean, we've got plenty of heat, but I love appreciating those elements because they're such a part of our life that we don't always think about. So I'm excited about that art exhibit. I think that sounds so cool. And last but not least, we have a paint class for those creative ones, a paint class at Soaring Eagle Adventures, Arizona in Phoenix. It's tonight at 6:30 p.m. Join them for a vibrant night of creativity and camaraderie at Soaring Eagle Adventures. You'll tap into your inner artist as Chroma guides you through a unique painting session. You can bring friends or make new friends in this colorful community experience. It's going to be full of laughter, creativity, and connection. And they'll also have pizza and popcorn, as if the paint wasn't motivation enough.
Right, exactly.
Pizza and popcorn and painting.
Wow,
that sounds like
fun.
A blast. Yeah, that's at
hanging
6:30.
out with folks and meeting people, and so
yeah,
that does sound like a blast.
It's so cool. It makes me think if someone is lonely and wants to connect with people, there are so many great things to do.
That's a great way to do that because you're focused on painting, and you can make little side comments like, "Oh, that's a great eyeball."
Yeah, exactly. That's a great eyeball. Exactly.
All right.
I get it.
All right. So let's talk some birthdays.
It's your birthday. Jump up, go have a great day. Everyone has come to see you. Make a wish and hope it comes true.
I've got my eye on you. All right. So turning 90 years old today,
90.
Gloria Steinem.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, a journalist that became kind of the spokeswoman for American feminism through the movement through the 60s and the early 70s. And she is still out there being a pivotal role shaping feminist discourse and activism in the U.S.
That's so cool. And her birthday is during Women's History Month.
Indeed.
That is so fitting.
Well, exactly. And so that's why also Aretha Franklin has basically, the Queen of Soul. She basically, we know her from such classic songs, Respect, I've Never Loved a Man the Way I Love You, Think, and A Rose is Still a Rose. She got involved, basically one of the neighborhood guys introduced her to Motown. And that's where it all took off. So,
oh my gosh, and just her song Respect is, I think, one of the most iconic songs in existence. And also the message of it is so meaningful of treat me with respect, which starts with self-respect. So go Aretha, that is incredible.
Yeah, and she was ranked first on Rolling Stone's list of greatest singers of all time back in 2012.
Wow, well deserved.
Yeah, indeed it is.
Yeah.
And then sticking with the music theme, turning 77 years old today is Elton John.
Ooh.
Oh, I should have worn different glasses. I feel so almost nude compared to him. So many songs. He's sold over 3 million records, making him one of the best-selling music artists in the world. He's had over 50 top 40 hits, many Grammys, Golden Globes, Emmys, Tony Awards, you name it, he's got it. So happy birthday to Elton John.
Happy birthday, Elton John. And I thought he was retiring, but I guess it's just from touring, because now I've been seeing him on Disney specials galore.
Right. So I think he's just done touring, but he's still going to keep producing, because it's like, how do you retire from something you love?
Exactly, when it's his creative passion. I was so lucky I got to see him on his last tour here in Phoenix.
Very
just
cool.
A few years ago. I'm so glad I went.
Nice.
Oh, it was just such a magical time.
I can only imagine. And then our last birthday we're celebrating today is Sarah Jessica Parker. Indeed. We know her as Carrie Bradshaw on HBO's Sex and the City, but I grew up with her in the 80s on Square Peg. So, happy birthday, Sarah Jessica Parker. We are happy you are still out there doing things, and maybe there's another Sex and the City movie in the works. Who knows? Who knows?
That would be fun. No, what was the other show you mentioned? Square Peg?
Square Pegs.
I'm
It was
familiar with that
basically,
one.
I think it was like her first foray, and it was like her and her friend, and they were going through high school.
Oh, cool.
And it was early 80s when I was doing the same thing, and so it was like, it only ran for one season, but it was very influential for all those new wave kids stuck in the middle of nowhere. So, thank you, Sarah Jessica Parker, for all those great movies and roles that you've played.
And happy birthday.
Exactly. And so, thank you so much for joining us here on this Tuesday. We'll be back here on Wednesday with a whole new show for you and more stuff and things to celebrate, things to do. So we'll see you here. See you tomorrow.
Have a great day.